So question number one comes in here from Tim. Hi there, Tim. Thank you for being part of the amazing Wiggyworm community and for submitting your question to us. So Tim says, I'm trying to build a strong local presence for my agency, but I'm struggling to compete with larger, more established companies. What unique marketing strategies can I implement to differentiate myself and attract more instructions? Well, that's a great question, Tim, and thank you for sending that in to us. Look, I feel your pain when you're in this sort of position, right? You've got all this ambition. You kind of want to grow your business. You want to sort of put your flag in the ground and say, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is how I run my business. This is how I want to serve my clients. And unfortunately, sometimes you're coming up against competition that may not be playing to the same rule book as you, or the same ethics book, more importantly, than you are. Now, what I would do, Tim, if I were you, I would be looking at various ways that I could help to build my brand in ways that my competition aren't. And that might sound very, very obvious to you, but I did pull a book out recently that I think would be really useful to you. It's called $100 Million Offers. It's by a guy called Alex Hormozi. And the reason I mention that book is because it's really profound at looking how to hook your particular clients in a way that your competition aren't. And what I've experienced, as I alluded to in the introduction to this webinar today, what I experienced when I went around and spoke to a lot of estate agents up and down the country is that they were all doing pretty much the same thing. Okay, they all advertise in the same places. They're all on the same portals. They're all doing the same kind of promotion in order to try and attract and win new clients. And I genuinely believe, Tim, the biggest way you're going to get a breakthrough is to join your customer in the conversation far earlier than your competition are. And what do I mean by that? Well, think about the traditional way that a lot of estate agents approach winning a new client. They normally advertise some form of free valuation, okay? And that entices people to come and talk to them, or they inquire via the website, they provide some details. You get on the phone and you talk to them, and then you kind of arrange to get your foot through the door. And when you leave it to that point, you've got to remember that you're going up against, 2 or 3 other estate agents in that moment. So you've got a 1 in 2, maybe 1 in 3 chance of winning the deal. And it's left to that 1 hour or so that you're spent with the client in their home to see whether or not you can win a business. Okay. Now, if you think about it from a seller's perspective, most sellers don't just wake up one morning and go, do you know what? We should move house. Okay, let's ring 3 estate agents and get them around for a valuation. That's not how they think, all right? They will be thinking about moving home usually months in advance, maybe even years. If they've got children and they want to get their children into certain schools in the local area, they'll be thinking about making the move well in advance. And that's when you need to join in the conversation to help and support them. What does that look like? Well, a lot of it will be producing content that's valuable to them in their search for a new home, okay, or the sale of their current property. Now, that might be in the form of a blog that you have on your website, or you post on Wiggyworm. That might be in the form of video content that, again, you post on your own website or on social media, or again on Wiggyworm. That's up to you. Okay. It might also be in the form of presentations that you do in your local area. Maybe you have an evening seminar that you run once a month, which is the state of the property market in your particular area, Tim. I don't know. That might be an idea that you might want to explore. It might also be in the form of your very own book. Okay, this is a strategy that I am adamant on now that estate agents need to embrace, because I think this is the clear winner when it comes to winning property instructions from your clients. Now, again, think about it. You go out to see your client, you do the valuation, and let's say out of 10 clients that you go and see in their homes, you might get 3 of them that will list their property with you or another agent in the next month. Okay, so you've got 7 clients, 7 valuations that you attended that haven't gone on the market yet, and they may filter on the market in the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next 3 years. Okay. Now, again, what are they doing during that period of time? Are they going about, living their life, or are they gathering information? Are they talking to other estate agents? Are they talking to their friends and family to get recommendations? Whose book would they be reading during that 2 or 3 months time period if they want to know more about selling their property in your local area? If they want to do a deeper dive behind the scenes of Tim, the estate agent, who turned up and bloody hell, he's written a book. He must be the ultimate authority on selling homes because he's written a book. And out of the 3 estate agents that we've had around, he's the only one that's written a book. And he's the only one who's put all of his knowledge, wisdom, and advice in a book that he's told us could be worth as much as £40,000 to us if we follow the advice that he's set out in these pages. Okay. And part of that advice, of course, Tim, is going to be instructing you to sell their house, right? Okay. So it gets over, in my opinion, it gets over this whole idea of, your competition going out, overvaluing and underfeeing the job to win it. Because lo and behold, that's going to be one of the strategies that you alert your clients to in the book that lets them know, by the way, this is an estate agent's tactic, and you might want to be aware of it if you want to be successful at selling your house for the best possible price in the shortest possible time frame. Okay, so that to me would be the number one unique marketing strategy that you can use to achieve your objectives of growing your market share. Because, like I say, who else is doing it? I only know one estate agent in the country that has actually taken the step to write their own book. And I'm following this guy like a hawk because A, he's a really good lad, and B, I'm really keen to see what impact now it makes on his business. Okay, because I think he's going to blow the doors off because, like I say, who else is doing it? You are the authority on that subject. Okay, now again, coming back to $100 million offers, despite the book name, this is actually really, really cool to get your head around all the different things that you might want to do in order to help your clients move. And the one exercise that Alex does in that book, which I think is really, really good, is it gets you to look at the entire customer journey that your customer will be taking, and then you break it down into very small pieces so that you can put in place a strategy to address every one of those single pieces of the puzzle that your client will be faced with when it comes to moving house. Okay, and the more of those things that you can address, the more of those pieces of the puzzle that you can address in the form of written content, in the form of bonuses or giveaways or value adds to your service, the more you differentiate yourself from the competition. Okay, it sounds complex. It's really not. Okay, and this is one of the reasons why we've chosen on the route of Wigwam to start to produce all of this video content and to start to produce these blogs and start to produce these books and all the rest of it as really useful guidance and information to help buyers and sellers navigate the moving minefield, because it's bloody stressful. You're dealing with the most expensive purchase that people are ever likely to make in their lives, okay? And unfortunately, the quality of the information out there is so bad. And I say this with a lot of love and respect, but a lot of people that are writing these blogs, that are putting this information out there, most have never bought or sold a house in their life, or if they have, they've bought one. Okay, when you consider that, operating as a property investor and buying and selling volumes of property, you have a lot more knowledge and experience that you can, what's the word I'm looking for here, that you can divulge to buyers and sellers in the marketplace, right? And it's one of those things that I see a lot of people, especially agents and conveyancers, they're their own worst enemy when they have this knowledge and information and they keep it to themselves because they think, it's chargeable knowledge and information, and they're not going to give it away for free, which is what a lot of people say. And I'm not encouraging you to give it all away for free, but what I am suggesting that you do is that you address your clients' needs, wants, and desires right as early in the journey as you possibly can, and then help them see that you are the safe pair of hands that will guide them through the moving journey. Okay, so hope that helps, Tim. Bit of a comprehensive answer for you there, and you might want to watch this video back a couple of times just to get your head around all the strategies that I've shared with you there. But I think that's absolutely the way that I would do it. If I was in your shoes, I'd be absolutely into all of this. I'd be writing my book straight away. If you want help writing your own book, I'm happy to share with you the knowledge and information. In fact, I've got a webinar coming up very soon that will guide people through the process of actually writing their own book with the help and support of AI technology, which is incredible right now. Okay, so good luck with that, Tim. Hope that helps, and let me know if we can do anything else to support you. All right, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's been the end of today's webinar. Thank you so much indeed for joining us. We're here every week doing these. I absolutely love being able to address some of your questions here and share some knowledge and advice, which I hope you find useful and entertaining. If nothing else, if you want to submit your question to us, you can do so. Send it through to us via email, which is happytohelp@wigwam.co.uk. That's happytohelp@wigwam.co.uk. You can also send it through to us on Twitter or Instagram. Handle is @wigwam_UK. That's @wigwam_UK. Or you can go to our website, which is www.wigwam.co.uk. That's wigwam.co.uk, where you can sign up, you can set up a profile on that website and send us your questions through there as well, which would be amazing. So, as I say, guys, wishing you all the very best of luck this week and going forward. Hope you're going to get some time out for your summer holidays as well. Hopefully the weather will pick up and be even more glorious now than we've had over the course of the last couple of weeks. And if there's anything we can do from WigiWam to help and support you in your journey, it would be our pleasure to do so. So thanks ever so much indeed for joining, guys, and wishing you all the very best of luck in the future. Good night and God bless. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.